Yeah, now grab a lawn chair, crack a cold one, hide the honey-do list. We got hot takes and the trade talks that you can't miss. We're blowing whistles, stronger fangs and dodging all the strife. Yeah, it's Tim and Andy talking sports, parenting, and life. We talk fantasy football, bad trades, and lawn care tips with some tactical analysis between our brews and sips. Blow the whistle, sound the buzzer, yell it far and wide. Welcome to the podcast where the dads are offsides.
Welcome back to Dad's Offsides, and today it's Friday here. That means one thing. We got our next episode coming up right now. Got a couple things to talk about. Though these scores are preseason scores, it does feel good to say this. Got some preseason scores from last night. Did you watch any of the games?
Yep. I didn't watch it. I saw a little bit of the Patriots game just because that's my team, and
Colts,
ended in a cool tie.
Yeah, it was a good night of football. I'm going to be honest with you. I did not know football was happening last night. I don't really pay much attention to the preseason. There's a couple rookies that did pretty good last night. Mendoza on the Raiders. He had his first preseason touchdown last night. They did lose to the Cardinals. But people are saying for the little time he did play, he looked okay. But again, they played the Cardinals. And apparently Drew Aller in his preseason debut, had 2 touchdown passes, rushed for another for the Steelers, and they beat the Packers 28-9. Aller's that Penn State quarterback, I believe. Is that right?
I think so, yeah. I did see that. I saw that score as well. I don't know. I'm just happy football's back. So
yeah, me too. Some NBA news yesterday, some big news. Russell Westbrook is retiring. That's pretty big. He was a big name, a couple years ago. Still pretty prominent. I think, what was he on the Kings?
I think he flipped around to a couple teams, but yeah. I saw that.
Nuggets, Kings, a couple others. Yeah, 18 years in the NBA is nothing to shake your head about.
Yeah, lots of NBA stuff happening over the past month. It's going to be an interesting season coming up. I don't really follow the NBA too much, but I might have to. I mean, the Sixers are trying to buy it. Seems like we'll see.
Yeah, I like the NBA. I like the NBA. I'm like you. If something interesting is happening, I think we've talked about this before. I'll watch it in playoffs season, like when it gets really exciting. Mostly just the finals, but it's a long season. It's like baseball. It's like too long.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Baseball's too long.
Yeah. So, but yeah, lots of great sports news, and we've also got some. Other news, I guess you could call it let's call it lifestyle news. School is going to be back in session here for some of our kids here within the next probably week. I think my daughter goes back the last week of August. Is Ethan graduated?
Yeah, I mean, he's graduated, but he still has school. He's going to college. It starts Monday.
Oh, cool. Nice. Well, good for him. Is he staying there, or is he just like commuting back and forth?
Is he? No, he just goes back and forth. It's only a couple miles away. But is he excited and or ready? No, not really. But
never excited or ready for more school when you think you're done school in the first place. Congratulations, You graduated. You completed 12 grades. Let's do some more school.
Right. What's behind door number 1?
Welcome to life. What else do you have going on this week? Anything exciting your way?
Had some plans, but they're canceled, and I'm kind of cool with that. I think when you get older, that happens, right? Like you have plans, and you kind of want to do them, but you kind of don't, and then they get canceled, and now you're like, okay, I hear that, because now we're gonna watch some TV, we're gonna eat some bad food. Gonna just not deal with anybody, and it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, I hear you. That happens quite often, especially when it's like a Friday night and you just worked all day. You're just tired. You just want to get the kids to bed, sit in the chair, and watch TV. There's nothing better when we've got these big plans on Friday night, and when I get home, and Casey's like, "Well, sorry, plans are canceled. Somebody bailed. Blah blah blah." Oh darn! Actually, I don't even say "all darn" anymore. I go, "Yes." So yeah, it's
bad.
It's a good feeling, dude. I don't know what it is. I get home, so we get home. The kids have been getting to bed later than they should, like 8:30, 9 o'clock. We try to get those girls in bed by 7:30 because they love to sleep. If they don't sleep long enough, they are terrors. So they've been getting to bed way too late. I'm falling asleep in the bed when I'm laying with Hadley, or my 3-year-old. and I'm sleeping. I'm in there till like 10 o'clock, right? So I wake up and I'm like, oh man, it's 10 o'clock. So I shower. Then I'm like, when I want to do what I want to do. So I'll pull up the video games, I'll play games on my phone, and I'm sitting there till like 1 o'clock in the morning. Like last night, Casey she walks over by the rocking chair and she said, it's 1 o'clock, right? And I was like, oh God, is it? And she's like, yeah. She's like, I'm going to bed. She's been asleep on the couch for the past 2 hours. And she's like, I'm going back to bed. I was like, okay, I'll be back soon. Dude, I didn't get back to her till like 2:30. Then I'm up at 7.
That happens. I've done that many a time. And it's like you pay for it. You're going to pay for it at some point, probably the next day.
You do, but I'm going to ask you this question and anybody else this question as well. You can comment if you're watching and answer if you want. If you sleep more, do you feel more tired? Like, is there such a thing as sleeping too much?
Yeah. I think it all comes down to the quality of sleep, because I've had nights where I've only slept like 5 hours, but I feel pretty decent. But then, I've had it be the very next day I sleep for 7 or 8 hours and I'm like, oh, I'm going to sleep in. And you just feel bad. I don't know. I think it's all about the quality of sleep.
Well, sleeping in doesn't exist in my house because I have a 7-year-old and an almost 4-year-old. So they're up the ass crack of dawn and making as much noise as possible. But my quality of sleep must be good, because even if I sleep 4 or 5 hours, I feel pretty decent. Like right now I'm running on probably about 4.5 hours of sleep, and I feel fine. I mean, it'll probably hit me later.
You might be okay for the rest of the day, and the crash might come for you at 2:30 in the afternoon. It's hard to say. That's usually when mine comes. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I feel like I'm ready for, like, it's time for bed. But I don't know. Got to fight through that one. I don't know. I got to get back to the gym. Been saying that. That helps with the energy level.
Now, mentally, usually by 2, 3 o'clock, I'm checked out. Like, I'm ready to go home, leave work, and then, I'm gone for the night. Physically, I still feel okay. I'll go home and, instead of, getting takeout, or something, I'll actually physically pull out my Blackstone, which takes effort, and get food ready, and I'll cook it, and I'll hang out outside, and the girls will play. Like, it's just a routine. Maybe it's just because I'm in such a routine. I'm just used to it. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear that. Routines kind of suck. Like, they're good to be, I guess, productive or whatever, but it just kind of sucks at the end of the day. It gets to be too much. Like, you're doing the same thing over and over. I don't know.
Oh, so speaking of sleep, when we try to go to Myrtle Beach every year for like a family vacation. And usually when we go, we try to get the kids down to bed as soon as we can. And I mean, like, when they were smaller, probably not so much now, but we would try to get them down to bed at like 8 o'clock, and we would go to sleep when they went to sleep. I never go to bed that early. I might lay there for like a half hour on my phone or something after they fall asleep, but we usually go to sleep when they go to sleep. Well, now they're older. We're staying out later and doing more like fun things, which is also okay. But this past trip to the beach, I was waking up in the morning and I was like, man, I feel like crap. So I'm so used to sleeping so much, and I can't rest any other time on vacation. God forbid. It's children. It's not a vacation anymore. It's work.
Well, when you're away, you have a different bed. And again, I think it goes back to the quality of sleep, right? I mean, your quality of sleep is not going to be as good in a different bed. I don't know.
No, you're right.
We should, to get the energy level up, we should start going to the gym in the morning. You should meet me over there.
I would have to get a gym membership to do that.
Okay, it's literally $10 a month. Actually, you don't even need a gym membership, because I can bring a guest every single time for free.
Oh,
so
where do you go?
Just at what is it called? Planet Fitness.
Oh man, I bet you're setting off that lunk alarm like crazy, aren't you? Is that
all the time?
Do they still have that thing?
I don't know. I think it was a thing, dude. I haven't been in a really long time, so I haven't been in like 6 months or so.
Dude, it's like if you drop weights or something, or you do something like outlandish or crazy, or at like a meathead or something like that, the lunk alarm goes off.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, it's hilarious. I used to go to Planet Fitness long time ago, and the only reason I went was because I liked the massage chair.
I think they still have those. I mean, you should we should set that up. We should go in the morning. We should get it in early. Help our mood for the day.
How would I get in there in the morning? Casey's gone at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I got the kids. Then I got to come to work.
I don't know, man. Have them walk to school.
They're 4 and 7.
Hey, back in the day, kids walked to school all the time.
I walked 15 miles up that hill to get to school.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I recently saw it. It was one of the stations in our area. Like, I don't know if it was like 100.7 or something. They had they went off the air this week, and their last song they played, I think it was classic rock, because the very last song they played was Stairway to Heaven.
How fitting.
I don't know. I saw it on Facebook as I was scrolling. I wasn't sure if that was related.
Somewhere out there, somebody was yelling Freebird for the last song.
Nah, I think they nailed it.
Yeah, is that still a thing? People yelling out at concerts and karaoke, yelling out Freebird?
Oh, I'm sure. All
right, back on topic. We got fantasy football coming up. Tim's pretty excited because I reactivated my fantasy football league this past week. We do have a little bit of a conundrum. We're losing a player, so we got to fill in that spot. Got anybody? Got any ideas?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Potentially, yes. But I'm gonna say it again on here, just so
if it's somebody from your other league that you
just
complain
so you
about
hear
constantly,
me,
don't bring them.
Just so you hear me face to face, I need to know who the keepers are. Okay,
yeah, no,
you're the commish. I need to know who I can keep and who I cannot keep.
Did you see David's text? Hey, did I keep Breece Hall twice? And what did I answer back?
Yeah. You I have no idea. Here's the thing. I don't know why you're stressed out about keeping Breece Hall or not keeping Breece Hall. You can drop him.
That was my first thought. That was my very first thought.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah.
Whether you kept him or not last year. So for those, let's fill the people in. You can keep a player for 2 years. That's our rule. So you can keep them for 2 seasons. And David, one of the guys in our fantasy football league, was asking if he'd kept Breece Hall twice already, but we're laughing because Breece Hall is basically irrelevant at this moment. It's a Jet, so enough said.
Yeah, I would just let him keep him again.
Gotta play
yeah, fair. I don't know. Mainly, I need to know if I kept Achane or Bucky last year. I can't remember, and it will make a difference. Question. So I need to know.
That's a good question. I honestly couldn't tell you. I know it's one of those two. I'm pretty certain.
So on the problem is on the app, I can't see.
Yeah, I know.
The draft from last year. Now there is a way to do it because I've done it before.
I have to go on the computer, I think, and make it visible because I tried to do it on my phone.
On the desktop site.
Yeah, I tried to do it from my mobile app, and it doesn't work on there. Some of the commissioner's tools work on the mobile app, but that one is not one of them, and it does.
Yeah.
And that's most fantasy football apps. So yeah, I plan on doing that today. And we have it in recording here. So if I don't follow through, you can get on me then.
The bigger thing I'm concerned about though is we got to fix the waiver thing. Our waiver setting is busted.
I will fix it.
It's been broken for years.
You have a championship. What are you complaining about?
Not complaining. I'm saying our waiver priority has been broken for years.
He's complaining.
I'm not complaining, but it doesn't make any sense that the person first on the waiver wire is the person last in the league. Why do you shouldn't get privileges for being last in the league?
I didn't set it that way. You're making it sound like I said it that way.
No, I'm not. I'm saying we need to fix it.
All right, I will fix it. But we've got that up and rolling. Our draft's coming up on Labor Day, the weekend before Labor Day, so that's exciting. Going to try to do a live draft this year. Didn't get to do it last year because some people were sick, which is kind of a bummer. But we still did it. I still had fun in the season. But the draft's always the highlight of the year, I think. So everybody gets together, you can talk shit on each other in person. So it's way more fun. But let's go ahead, and we're already over 20 minutes in. Let's go ahead and get to our game today. So you had the idea for the game today, and I put the game together. So we figured with school coming back into session, we're going to do a little bit of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Tim edition. So Are you ready? I put some questions together while I went on Google, and I actually Googled the questions that have been asked on the show, or like sample questions from the show. So
Yep.
these are pretty straightforward. I think you'll know.
So how many questions do we have? 10?
So what I did was I got there, like I put them into categories. Like we have history, science. I have some geography stuff in there, some math, and I think like grammar. So let's do, hold on. You said you're good with 10 questions total?
So I'm thinking if we do 10, if we agree, like I'll have to get like at least 8 of them to get the point. And if I don't get
That's
8,
fair.
at least 8, then you get the point.
Yeah, that's fair. At least 80. Yeah, at least 80% of them. That's fair.
Do I get a lifeline? Can I get one lifeline? Can I get like a 50-50?
None of these are you can't even 50. None of these are multiple choice. They're just straightforward answers.
Oh, that's true. Okay, forget the lifeline.
I mean, I can give you like a hint if you'd like. That can be your lifeline. I'll give you 2 of them. How about that?
Oh yeah, what was it on the show? I think on the show they did like peek at a neighbor's paper or something.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it's called a peek.
Hold on. Let me dial up Jeff Foxworthy.
We're just gonna go with that. We're just gonna go with that. It's a peek. I get 1 peek. All right, let's go.
I knew you heard it.
Roll
I knew you heard me. Hold on. I got to get. You want 10 questions total, right?
Yeah, that's good. Let's do it.
So we'll do. Hold on. 2,
back
4.
Back to school edition.
Hold on. 4. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm organizing some of these because some of them are unorganized. Hold on. 2, 4.
Andy and I are not back to school.
6. I've been long out of school.
It's probably good for him though.
8.
I think Andy was your C student.
If I was lucky, I was happy when I got a D. D used to be passing. Sometimes I'd come home with some grades on papers, like a 65, and my mom would be like, "Oh, way to go, you passed."
Nice.
And then when I actually did get an A or a B, it was like a miracle happened. No, I wasn't stupid in school. I just couldn't apply myself. I wasn't that type of student.
You get like a D on a paper, you just draw a line through the D so it looks like a B.
I never did that. The only time I ever did anything like that was in middle school band. I think it was 6th grade when I started in middle school. I joined the band and I did the percussion, the drums. Well, I thought it was going to be drums, but the 6th graders had to learn to play the bells. They called it a glockenspiel. I called it the xylophone. We had to learn it because we had to learn to read music, because for those of you that don't know, even if you're a drummer, you still have to read music. It's just a different way to read music. So I'm like, well, this is a bunch of bullshit. I just want to hit stuff. I don't want to play these damn bells. Mm-hmm. So we had to practice every night, and we used to have to fill these little slips out. Well, one time I forgot to fill a slip out, and I literally forged my mom's signature, and the band teacher bought it, and I think I did it like 10 other times. It was so. Yeah.
That was like the gate. That was your gateway into forging.
What else? I haven't forged anything else. I have horrible handwriting, which is surprising that he bought it. My mom's handwriting is so neat. Mom, if you're watching, I'm sorry. All right. So our subjects, we have 5 subjects. So science, math and measurement, grammar and spelling, history.
All right, 2 questions. Two questions each, right?
Yep, history, and then English.
All right, let's start with math. I feel confident with those. Let's get those out of the way.
Okay. So your first question for Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Now, these are all 5th grade level questions. None of them are below. None of them are above. Straight 5th grade. I know on the show, sometimes they'll do 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, blah, blah, blah. I just went straight 5th grade. Too confusing to do all the grades. How many feet are in 75 yards?
225 feet. Final answer.
Correct. Good job.
I know this isn't Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but I like saying final answer. Look, with the quickness. Next.
All right, you're on track. All right, next question. How many cups are in 28 fluid ounces? Do you know how many ounces are in a cup to begin with?
I do, but the answer is not an even number here. So how many cups are in 28 ounces?
Correct.
3 with some left over. So 3.5, I guess.
Yep, that's exactly what the answer is. 3.5. Correct. Good job. I would have given you 3 and some left over too, because whoever measures the half cup. All right.
Yeah. All right.
What?
Got the math out of the way. That's my best
Math's out
subject.
of the
What
way.
is geography a subject?
I mean, some of the history questions could go as geography. So yeah, I can give you 2 geography questions if you'd like.
All right, give me the geography ones next. I feel like I'm okay with that too.
All right. Your first geography question. In which country are the pyramids of Giza, is that how you say it, Giza, located?
They're in Egypt.
Correct. So
Okay,
this
looking good.
next geography question kind of borders along history, but it's also geography because it has to do with the place on a map of the world.
Okay.
The first atomic bomb attack was on which city?
I know it's one of 2. I know both. Wait, they did use the word attack, right?
Yep. First atomic bomb attack was
Okay.
on which city? Not test. Attack. Wait, you don't
Yeah,
test
because I
atomic
think
bombs
that's
on
what I was
cities.
thinking, because we tested it.
Hey, just to let you know, today
All right.
we're going to test this atomic bomb on the city. Take shelter.
All right, so I know it's between 2. I'm just going to go with the one that always pops in my mind first. So I'm going to say Hiroshima.
Yeah, that's correct. What was your other one you were contemplating?
Well, the second attack was on Nagasaki.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Hiroshima
All
is
right, got
correct.
it. 4 for 4, looking good. All right, after that, I don't feel confident anymore. So just hit me with whatever you got, because the confidence level is low.
I feel like this one might be your most difficult. I could be wrong. I don't know how you did in school. We're going to hit the English section.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like you weren't a strong English student. That's just my guess. Who is the creator of the classic book characters Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn? Or author. Could say author as well.
Wow, this is so easy. I know it, and it's slipping my mind.
Now, keep in mind, you haven't missed any yet. You're 4 for 4 so far.
And I have a peek, but no, I do know this. This is so easy. Hold on. It's
Would you like
Samuel Clemens.
Is that your final answer?
No, Samuel Clemens. Well, now that you're asking me if that's my answer, now I'm kind of second guessing myself. That's his name, right? Or was that another name that Huck went by? Samuel Langhorne Clemens or something like that. No, but that doesn't. Hold on.
You're fine. Take your time.
I'm gonna go with that. Samuel Langhorne Clemens. Yeah.
Technically, you are correct. I would have also accepted Mark Twain. Same person.
Mm-hmm.
Had to Google that.
Yeah. All right, 5 for 5, looking good.
You said the name, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's his real name. I can't remember though. Yeah. All right. Next question is another English question. Which type of these is a poem? So, which is a type of poem? A graph, a sonnet, or an essay?
A sonnet.
And not the essay
Next.
like Spanish. USA. Yeah, sonnet. That's correct. Good job. Would you like to hear the other English question, but it doesn't count because I thought this one was a pretty good question. You'll know it. What's the main character in a story called? You don't know this?
Protagonist.
There you go. Yep, correct. All right, next. So you're 5 for 5. Let's move
6 for 6.
Or 6 for 6, sorry. Let's move on to
We know you're not good at math.
Yeah, we've done 3 we've done 3 subjects, that's right. Let's go to science. These aren't too tough. Another subject I sucked at in school, chemistry. And speaking of,
I'm not a fan.
I was not either. And speaking of chemistry, on the periodic table of elements, what does the letters Fe stand for? I will give you a hint here. Capital F.
I don't need a hint.
Lowercase e. Okay, go.
Don't need a hint. It's iron.
Ding, ding, ding. Correct. All right. Ready for your next science question? 7 for 7. All right. What is the most abundant gas in the Earth's atmosphere?
Yeah, I know this is like a big question. Like I've heard this question multiple times, and I can't remember if it's not oxygen. It's either carbon, hydrogen, or nitrogen, and I always mix them up. So I got a 1 out of 3 here.
Well, if you get this right, keep in mind you technically do win. If you get it wrong, you still have two chances, and you haven't used any of your two hints yet.
Carbon, hydrogen, or nitrogen. It's one of those. All right, final answer, hydrogen.
Final answer?
Yep.
Incorrect. Nitrogen.
Damn it. So, all right, 7 and 1.
All right, so my other two questions are actually so that I only had 1, 2, 3, 4 subjects, but I have more questions in the history, geography area. So we'll hit those two that I have left if you're good with that. 2 hints left still.
Yep.
And you have 1 missed so far. All right, are you ready? This is you could probably classify this under history, probably English as well. Which Greek god of the sea is known for wielding a trident?
I think I know, but I'm going to use the peak.
The peak?
It's not Ariel.
Here's a hint. He's a pretty prominent god.
Okay, I'm going to say Poseidon.
Yes, Poseidon is the correct answer. All right, so that's 9 questions, right? So I was going through these questions. I went to this website called scarymommy.com. And it had questions from every grade. So it had 1st through 5th grade. I just used the 5th grade ones. Some of these 2nd grade questions are tougher than the 5th grade ones, in my opinion.
Give me one that you think is tough.
Well, for that age group, okay, for 3rd grade, for 3rd grade, hold on, where's the one I found? What is the plural noun? Which is a plural noun? Toy, cup, children, or leaf? For a 3rd grader?
Children.
Well, yeah, obviously you know that because you know what a plural noun is. Like my daughter's in 2nd grade. All right. So Bray's a 2nd grader. Let me read some of these 2nd grade questions and see if she would be able to I think she'd be able to answer some of these. She's smart though. She's book smart and she's just street dumb. Usually it's the other way around. You're street smart and it's book dumb. That's how I was. Like if I ask Bray this math question right here, you have 2 quarters, a nickel, 3 dimes, and 4 pennies. How much money do you have? She wouldn't be able to tell me that. She'd say a lot.
Mm-hmm. You ever seen that meme? Yeah. You ever see that meme with the kid? It's like a 2nd grade kid or whatever, and they ask him a math question like that, and he's like, if Jaden has 2 quarters and a nickel, how much does Jaden have? And he's like, the kid's like, Jaden broke.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen that. What kind of question is this for a 1st grader? The first day of the 20th century was what day?
Yeah, that is kind of tricky for a 1st grader because you got to still think through that.
I mean, some of these. How many syllables are in the word rhinoceros for a 1st grader?
Yeah.
How many states are in the United States? Huh. An antonym of the word wild for a 1st grader? 1st graders know what an antonym is?
All right. So the point of this is we're not going back to school, and it's probably a good thing.
And the other point is you won, so you get another point. Go ahead and mark your point on the board.
Marked it in my head.
All right. So I'll wrap it up here. I'll do the game. You put the game together for the next episode, and I'll play. I feel like it's been a while since I've played a game. You played the last 2, so I'll do the next one.
You had an opportunity to play the last one. You just got outbid.
Correct. Yeah, you're right. Oh, let's do that. Let's do that game again, but let's do ice cream flavors.
Oh, okay. Bid on ice cream flavors.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
I don't know if that game's good for us because you're gonna complain. You're gonna like object to everything.
I won't complain about ice cream flavors. We've already discussed this the last time we recorded. Okay, then you think of something better then. We could still stick with the school. We could still stick with the school genre.
School supplies.
Yeah, school supplies. Let's clarify. Let's clarify. School supplies for 1st grade and up. We're not doing preschool supplies because they ask Hadley to bring in wipes. Wipes.
Yeah,
isn't
that's not a
school
supply.
No, or paint.
No, not a supply.
Get out of here with that. All right, that'll wrap up this episode here. We'll be back with you next time and play some more games. We'll talk about fantasy football. Hopefully by then I'll have Tim's waiver wire conundrum figured out, and hopefully we'll know our keepers and we can talk about that. So we will talk to you next time. See ya.
We're blowing whistles, song of fangs, and dodging all the strife. Yeah, it's Tim and Andy talking sports, parenting, and life. We talk fantasy football, bad trades, and lawn care tips with some tactical analysis between our brews and sips. Blow the whistle, sound the buzzer, yell it far and wide. Welcome to the podcast where the dads are offside.